look, you have the name of one of the officials.
Hello, Johnny.
Oh God, you're loud.
Oh, sorry.
Wow,
was
you're
also.
loud. Okay,
Is that
there
better?
we go. That's better. Okay, hold on. Okay, Joey, talk again.
It's mainly.
There we go.
Who was it?
That's why. Okay, there we go. We're good.
Well, sometimes that gets changed,
Yeah, it gets messed around.
so I can't hear you too.
Can you hear me now? Am I better?
I think try turning up the.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. That's better.
Okay, perfect. Here we got Helen Doherty, Lila Fiorentino.
Fiorentino.
It's a fun Italian name. Liz Kilmer.
All right.
Liz Kilmer.
I have the walkie-talkie. So
Love it.
Colby
Jennings. Burke. And it is Michaela Jennings. So, Joey, I'll give you. Do you have college commits for CNS?
Only the ones I know off the top of my head, which would be.
Julie Howell's going to Marquette.
Yeah, Marquette. Yep, that one I know, and then Vanderbilt.
I'll go in order. Sofneshi is going to Liberty. Ashlyn Baker, 12, is going to Mount Olive.
Mount Olive.
Addie Essie is going to Hartwick.
Essie's going to Hartwick. And then obviously UNC for.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Liz Smith.
Yep. Katie Harbold is 15.
She's Lemoyne.
Yep.
Oh, 15. Yeah. So some of these.
Where did you get the rosters from for FM?
I got it from.
Oh, thank God.
Schedule
Thank
Galaxy.
God. Okay.
So she's going to
Katie
Lemoyne.
Harbold's going to Lemoyne.
I don't know why. You know why? I think because if you notice, look, 14, 24, 16.
What?
But see how 14, 24, 16. I think I originally had it at 15,
and then you
but
might
I
have
think
changed it.
I think it was 24 at one point. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Sometimes the numbers change.
Yeah.
Like I know EMAT for his jersey.
Oh, yes.
His number changes depending on the jersey.
Home and away. Yeah. Okay, so she's going to Lemoyne.
Okay.
Number 20, Tabby Coombs is going to Hartwick.
Hartwick to Hartwicks.
Ella Grotto is going to Fairleigh Dickinson. FDU, believe it. You can just put FDU.
Yeah.
Marissa Wessels is going to Oswego. Gabby Putman is going to Vanderbilt. And you can, if you want to write down the officials.
Yeah, I got the officials.
Bill Crandall and Jessica Lawler, and then I have FM college commits for you.
Oh, okay, hold on 1 second. Well, because I didn't have a chance because I came right from Vocal Jazz.
43-32.
43-32. And then Liz Smith, what's her stats?
Liz Smith 33-5. Gabby is 27-16, 140. 140 draws.
Oh, okay.
What else? Another big one, Sophia Neshi.
I got Neshi.
Okay, you have Neshi. Okay.
Gates,
18-1, 29-4.
Yeah, you can see I haven't updated because 7-1 is the last record I had on here.
Yeah, they're 12-1.
Yeah.
I haven't done that since like the Brighton game, probably.
Yeah.
What else?
So you really haven't.
So I'll give you FM commits real quick.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Addie Keys is committed to Lynn University.
Lynn.
Yeah, which is D2.
So are you doing the first half?
Yeah, if that's okay.
No, that's fine.
And Michaela Jennings, the goalie, is committed to Lehigh. L-E High. Oh. And Taylor Novak is committed to Loyola, Maryland. Loyola. I'm gonna do the Joe Seidman cheat code.
Oh yeah, I gotta.
really feeling this moment.
All right, so are you going to keep track of our...
Yeah. Yes, please. Yes. Go, 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 hurry. Hurry. Would you like...
Look at that pass, Johnny. That's some hotel room service right there. Don't steal that one.
Would you like to see the video that Alex sent me today?
Oh, yes. I saw this.
Oh. He made this one.
Yes, I saw that. We look like 50 years old. Let me see. Can I see me again? We all look like 50 years old.
Wait. Look at the one that Alex sent me. The other one. Owen looks like somebody's grandpa.
It's game time here on the North Star Network on YouTube. The Fayetteville-Manlius Hornets taking on the North Stars right here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. First senior night. I'm Joey Cox, joined here by Johnny Lisi. Now, Johnny, North Stars, they've had an excellent season. They're coming off of last year state champions. They're 12-1, and they're perfect in SCAC Metro play. Now, you got the visiting Hornets. They're excellent on the road. They're 6-2 on the road. North Stars, however, are undefeated at home. And then you got to look at the stats for home and away for the Bees. The Hornets. Wrong insect, Johnny. So the North Stars, let's start with them. They're 16 goals per game at home. And then, of course, you got the Hornets, who are 15.9 goals per game on the road. So even though the Hornets sit at an 8-5 record and 3-2 in SCAC Metro, what are they going to do to stay alive here?
Well, first off, we got to shout out Susan Smith for these incredible glasses.
Yes.
Mr. 315,
right?
Not Mr. 305 like Pitbull for this Pitbull themed senior night. But you talk about the North Stars being 4-0 at home, but you look at that. It's mid-May, Joey, and it's rare to see a team only play 4 games in their home stadium. So it's a small sample size, and that game includes a 21-goal win against Liverpool. So the stats are a little bit inflated. You look at CNS's total performance, it's a little bit more evened out. But still, this North Stars team, they love to play at home. They got their signature win of the season, that 10-9 overtime win in the season opener against Penfield.
Right.
This is a dangerous team. But speaking of 10-9 victories for the North Stars, FM, the only team in Section 3 to play them close. Penfield is in Section 5. So FM last year on senior night in this building, 11-10 CNS. So the past 3 matchups, FM's playing them tough, and that is thanks to Jane Ryan and Taylor Novak.
Yes.
Taylor Novak with 6 goals against the North Stars at home last season. Head coach Leah Tuck in her 6th season for the Hornets. She played at a very high level. She played for FM. Played at a high level collegiately. So you look at this Hornet squad, they're led well, they have solid performances, and this is a team that could give the North Stars a run for their money in Class A.
I mean, I totally agree with you, Johnny. I mean, North Stars have been known for having excellent defense, but when you're coming up against somebody, like you said, Taylor Novak, who had those 6 goals last time they played the North Stars and 50 goals on the season, you still got some impressive players for the North Stars, Sophia Neshi being one of them with 43, but 50 goals is just an impressive feat. You know, we saw Liz Smith with over 50 last season. So it's going to be tough for this North Stars defense to really put a stop to that. Now,
absolutely.
Talking about this North Stars squad, which has just been excellent this season, let's talk about the rankings, Johnny, that just came out. North Stars sit at number 2 in the state for Class A, and then number 17 is the Fayetteville-Manlius Hornets. And also, like you mentioned earlier, Johnny, according to USA Lacrosse magazine, the North Stars are number 15 in the country.
Which is very much so the recognition that they deserve. They've been in and out of the USA Lacrosse rankings since my junior year. So for the last 2 years, they've been in and out of the rankings, and that's what Stephanie Prentice has done to this team. She inherited a team that only won 2 games the season before she took over, and she has taken this program in her first season back as head coach. They won the sectional championship. They've been in the sectional championships every year except for one, Joey, in her tenure, which is an incredible record. State championship last year. They're charging for one this year. This is a CNS program that is built for high success. And these 12 seniors, Joey, they have played, I don't know if necessarily 12 seniors. It seems like there are, because this is the core of the team. I remember when I was coming up through high school, this North Stars team was coming up through lacrosse, and this is a really good team, Joey, that they've been playing together since they were 5 or 6 years old.
Right, and like you're talking about, Johnny, you got Gabby Putman, who is your draw specialist. You're losing her this year, and then Jilly Howell, of course,
your rock in
goal. You're losing her as well this year, so it's going to be tough loss for the North Stars next year. But with Coach Prentice at head coach, anything can happen.
Exactly.
So North Stars taking on number 17 FM Hornets here on senior night.
And we welcome you to Michael J. Bragman Stadium here on a Tuesday night for Girls Lacrosse Senior Night. It is one of the most anticipated SCAC Metro rematches between the 17th ranked FM Hornets and the 2nd ranked CNS North Stars. And welcome in alongside Mr. 315, Joey Cox. I'm Johnny Lisi. So happy you've joined us, Joey. It's so good to be back. It's exciting. And Joey, this is a big game. And you look at the way that the last 2 matchups have gone. The last matchup here in May of 2024, CNS won 11-10, and I talked to Coach Prentice after that game, and she said it was a lot closer than she would have wanted it. This FM team, year to year, has made a massive, massive leap, and FM 10-9 at Hornet Stadium, CNS won. So these games, Joey, they're closely contested.
Oh, they're neck and neck, Johnny, and that's probably what concerns Coach Prentice here. I mean, they're 12-1, only with that one unfortunate loss earlier in the season, but in Maryland. But Johnny, I mean, you're looking at a North Stars team, like you said, they've only played 4 games out of their 13 here at home.
Yeah.
So not a lot of statistics really to work with here. So you're saying 16 goals per game at home for the North Stars, but that's only across 4, and you got to talk about that one game where they had 21 goals.
Yeah.
So that you got to play in the factors you talked about in our booth open just a few moments ago. But this is going to be a neck and neck game. FM won 4 of the last 6 here versus the North Stars. So it's definitely going to be. It's definitely going to be a close one, but I don't think that's going to scare Coach Prentice or these North Star girls, because they're ready to fight. They have another run in them this year for sure, because as you know, coming off of state champions, so they got another run coming in them this year, and they beat them twice this year. They can do it again. You
can really feel this moment, Joey. It is exciting. You have Gabby Putman for the draw, the senior. She's committed to Vanderbilt. She's been taking draws since she was a freshman. Since I was a sophomore, I've been covering Gabby Putman in this team for a long, long time. So definitely full circle, and we are about to get underway here between the Hornets and the North Stars.
You know, the North Stars in this first draw here, full senior lineup, they got to be thinking, we are one. We are one. We are the North Stars.
Almost gets it. That was a good one. As FM will take it. North Stars starting lineup featuring mostly seniors. There's 2. We'll take a look at the starting lineup. Jilly Howell in goal. You have Sophia Neshi, a senior. Senior Ashlyn Baker. Senior Addie Essie. Junior Elizabeth Smith. Senior Katie Harbold. Sophomore Sophia Graham. Senior Tabby Coombs, Senior Natalie Wilson, Senior Ella Grotto, Senior Marissa Wessels, and Senior Gabby Putman.
And then, Johnny, you look at FM. They only got 2 seniors.
Audrey Burke and Michaela Jennings. Michaela Jennings in net and Audrey Burke on defense, as FM working with it inside. This is a high-powered FM offense. Jane Ryan with 36 goals. Taylor Novak with 50. Addie Keys with 31. Helen Doherty with 27. 30 seconds on the possession clock here. Inside, that's Addie Keys. Addie Keys committed to Lynn University, a D2 school. Here's Taylor Novak. Watch out for 17 in green. Guarded by Ashlyn Baker. Shot wide out of bounds.
What a push there.
FM will keep possession with 12 seconds left to go. Behind the net is Helen Doherty. Doherty passes it up top with 3 seconds left to go. And that is a possession clock violation on the Hornets. And Joey, what a way to start the game defensively.
I mean, you're going to be seeing that matchup a lot here tonight. You're going to be seeing Ashlyn Baker matched up against number 17 for the Hornets, Taylor Novak, who's got 50 goals. Now, of course, North Stars lost
in
a big
front.
Oh, wow.
Score!
Right
Natalie
off the bat.
Wilson scores her 11th goal of the season. Natalie Wilson was the key in the state championship victory over Fairport. A little bit of a slow start, but on her senior night, Natalie Wilson gets the party started. And Coach Prentice in that pregame huddle probably said, "Give me everything," and the North Stars really showed that.
And what a find by Sophia Nesci to set that one up. And, of course, it all kind of started over here on the other end, Johnny, with that possession clock violation by the Hornets. That just kind of sent the momentum in the North Stars direction and gave them that swing to get the North Stars on the board first. But before that goal, Johnny, I was going to say, North Stars did lose big defensive player in Brooke Molchanoff last year. So, Ashlyn Baker, she's now one of their next ones coming up. But, well, I shouldn't say coming up because she is graduating this year. But she's one of the big defensive playmakers.
Yeah,
on the North Stars.
Last year you lost her. You lost some key defensive pieces. You lost Marissa Doty, who could score as a defender. You lost Ella Pauline. You lost a lot of these players, but this North Stars team has rebounded in a major way. North Stars just working it around. This time they have more time to play with. In the middle, and they score!
Yeah, that's how they do it.
Elizabeth Smith, the UNC commit. Not a senior, but she has been a leader on this team for a long time. And Elizabeth Smith tallies the second North Stars goal. They're just having fun. As the raindrops starting to fall, once again, the umbrella is starting to come back out. Putman for another draw.
North Stars really starting to feel the rain over me, you know what I mean?
You know, Joey, CNS girls lacrosse has been cursed since I was a sophomore with this weather. I think maybe you could count on like one hand the nice weather games they've had. Maybe two, because over the course of like 4 years.
It's usually Saturdays, Johnny, too, that are the nice.
Yeah, Saturday
nice
was gorgeous for boys lacrosse
beautiful.
Against LaSalle. That was beautiful. But nice gray skies. But hey, the North Stars are bringing their own energy here, the energy of Mr. 305, Pitbull. I love the themes. Last year was 24K Magic for the class of 2024, celebrating Bruno Mars. As we have a flag here, and that's going to be
8 meter for
an
the North
8
Stars.
meter. Our officials today, Bill Crandall and Jessica Lawler. And an 8 meter here for Elizabeth Smith. Joey,
Smith,
this is too easy for her. This is right down Broadway, a straight shot. She could fire it from there. She drives in and she scores.
Liz Smith.
Wow, Elizabeth Smith with back-to-back goals, and the North Stars are up 3-0 early on.
Now, Liz Smith, Johnny, she was just so productive from the 8-meter last year, and she's seen it again this year. Not as productive as we saw last year, but, man, I mean, you give her the ball in the 8-meter. Obviously, it depends on who had the possession last, but if she's taken that 8-meter, North Stars are almost guaranteed a goal on that one, especially like you were talking about, Johnny, straight-on shot. She can take it all the way from there.
Yeah.
And she just takes it right down Fifth Avenue and zips it
right
in.
down Route 31. Route 31 without construction, Joey.
All the way to the moon, Johnny.
Exactly. Gabby Putman for another draw. And you look at the energy on this North Star sideline. This is a big game. But you look at Coach Prentice, and this is one of the most relaxed versions of Coach Prentice I've seen.
Yeah.
Kind of good energy on that sideline, which is always with CNS girls lacrosse. I mean, what other teams have a dance circle pregame? I mean, they had a rain delay before their state semifinal game against Suffern. What did they do? Them and Suffern at SUNY Cortland, they had a dance party. Neshi driving in and scores. Sophia Neshi, goal number 44. Wow. And the North Stars are up 4-0.
That's the North Stars for you, Johnny. I mean, you go most of the games we broadcast here on the North Star Network, if not all this season, from both boys and girls lacrosse, you just see the North Stars they strike quickly, they strike hard, they strike first. Quoting Cobra Kai there.
I was wondering if that was an indirect quote, but
that was an indirect quote actually. As I started to say it, it started to make sense there, Johnny. But but yeah, the North Stars, before you know it, even if it is close, like we saw in the LaSalle game, it was 1-1 to start off early there. But the North Stars, they just know how to strike quick, and they know how to just pull out of the gate and all of a sudden have a huge lead.
FM wins it. They were trying to go with some pace. The North Stars scoop it up. Let's see who took that. That looks like Sophia Graham, sophomore.
She's been another excellent defenseman for the North Stars here. I mean, that's one thing the North Stars, both boys and girls really last year, struggled in a little bit is ground balls. And we see the North Stars definitely on both boys and the girls have improved on that this season. One in part on the North Star girls being Sophia Graham, who's just been excellent on the defensive stops, and she's been able to get ground balls when the North Stars have needed them.
Missed pass to Putman, but Putman manages to keep it. Gabby Putman going to try to wrap around. She is working on her defender, Colby Jennings, trying to put her through the spin cycle. In front score!
The North Stars are striking quickly, Johnny.
Natalie Wilson.
She's already got 2, Johnny. Wow.
The Mercyhurst commit, Natalie Wilson, with goal number 2. And look at that. You got to love the North Stars celebrations. They're rowing the boat, hitting a home run. Wow.
So that gives Natalie Wilson her 12th goal of the season. And on senior night, what a
start for her. And that is going to be an FM timeout. So Leah Tuck has seen enough early on, and the Hornets call a timeout. 5-0 North Stars, 7:13 left to go in the first quarter. And we welcome you back here on the North Star Network on YouTube. 5-0 CNS. CNS coming off of a big win against State in nationally ranked Victor from Section 5, 14-10. That's a big win, Joey.
I mean, you're playing a state-ranked school, which that helps in your state rankings not only, but
and your national rankings too, because
exactly.
Victor has been in and out of rankings. Their boys lacrosse program is phenomenal. So good year for Blue Devils lacrosse. And FM hosted the Panthers of Pittsford and lost 15-4. Now the Hornets have played Pittsford the last couple of years. Smith
there we
scores!
Go. She's got a hat trick.
Upper 90.
That, I think, Johnny, is our second time we've seen that Neshy to Liz Smith connection.
Neshy has 3 assists. Like, that's insane.
Yeah. So Neshy now, she's got 44 goals, as we already mentioned, but now she's got 35 assists on the season. And then that brings Liz Smith's total up to 36 goals on the season.
She's committed to North Carolina.
Yes.
And North Carolina in the women's tournament for lacrosse, they're number 1. They were the number 1 seed. They beat Princeton, and I forget who they're playing, but North Carolina women's lacrosse cruising along. Syracuse women's lacrosse, unfortunately, fell to Yale. Tightly contested game. But the Syracuse
boys lacrosse, men's
team
lacrosse, yeah.
down 8-2 to Harvard at halftime. And they're
overtime.
smart over there at Harvard.
Yeah.
And Syracuse outscored the Harvard Crimson 11-5 in the second half and beat the Crimson in overtime. That was an electric moment on Mother's Day as the North Stars just trying to work with it. They're gonna have some fun, Joey. They're here for the vibes now. 6-0, 6:25 on the clock. Shoots, saves by Michaela Jennings, and FM will take it. Michaela Jennings of FM committed to Lehigh.
You know, as we were talking about earlier, Johnny, during that break, because of the FM timeout there, we haven't seen, I was saying like the North Stars defense, but like you point out, Johnny, we haven't seen much of the North Stars defense.
Right.
Their midfield has really done all the work. They've made plays that they needed to turn over the ball in midfield. We haven't seen much of FM. This is our first time in quite a while looking over to the right of the field.
I know, we've been looking over to the left a lot.
Yeah, and
54 seconds on the possession clock. In the middle and a score. FM gets their first goal. That's Addie Keys. And Addie Keys with goal number 32 on the season. First goal for the Hornets.
And then Jane Ryan with the assist. She's just a freshman.
Jane Ryan is exceptional. 36 goals, 6 assists now as a freshman. So you look at this CNS team, very senior heavy. They were very senior heavy last year, but this team, they build up. And this CNS team, they have a great, almost like in baseball, Joey, they have a great farm system. Their JV lacrosse team, every time last year I would drive into the stadium, say when I was driving in, it would be like, it was 9-0 CNS JV when I came in today. So this JV team, greatly coached by Noelle Raymond, and they are very, very successful. But you look at FM, Joey, your biggest scorer, Jane Ryan, she's a freshman. Taylor Novak, she's a junior. Helen Doherty's a freshman. Addie Keys is a junior.
So you got him for a while.
Ryan is a junior. This is going to be a dangerous FM team in the next 3 or 4 years. And Leah Tuck, it was a rebuild the last 2 years, but Leah Tuck's got a good squad. And even in a rebuild last year, FM made it to the Class B finals against West Jenny. North Stars get it. It's almost too easy for Natalie Wilson right on the doorstep. 58 seconds on the possession clock. That's Addie Essie. Essie saved by Jennings. And Neshy takes it. Addie Essie is committed to Hartwick to study biology. There's Ella Grotto, who is committed to Fairleigh Dickinson, where she will study criminal justice with a minor in government. And Joey, wow. Michaela Jennings made some great saves.
And that one almost snuck in, Johnny.
That was close.
It was right on the doorstep.
Going along the edge and kicked over to North Stars assistant Briar Cummings, and that will be North Stars ball taken by number 24, Katie Harbold. Katie Harbold will be attending Lemoyne College, where she will study to become an occupational therapist. As the North Stars keep it, great swarming defense around the net from the Hornets. No pun intended there, Joey. Neshi turning around.
Wow.
Sophia Neshi, goal number 2. How good is she, the future Liberty Flame?
Now she sits with 2 goals and 3 assists.
How
Johnny.
good is Sophia Neshi?
Wow. She's just serving dishes like she's the
Wow.
hotel room service, Johnny.
Wow, that was wow.
You got those 3 assists. She's just dishing them out, and then she's finding the ball herself, putting it in the back of the net.
She has an
She's been
assist.
so productive.
She has an assist for every lyric in the chorus of Hotel Room Service by Pitbull. Do you
Look
want to
at that.
guess those?
Hotel room service?
No, Hotel, Motel, Holiday Inn.
Ah. See, I don't know many.
I know that because I went to the Pitbull concert in Syracuse,
I see, Johnny. See, I'm
opened by T-Pain. It's a fun night at the amphitheater. It was cold. It's very cold. Putman wins the draw.
Amphitheater tends to be cold unless you're underneath, which
Yeah.
sometimes that doesn't even help.
And Sophia Neshi, like I said, she'll be attending Liberty University in Virginia, and she will be majoring in biomedical sciences. A lot of these North Stars, well, all these North Stars, very, very smart. Got a lot of people studying biology and occupational therapy and
Wow. Just a
reset
big stop there by
Yeah.
FM on defense, and then the North Stars just come right away with it again.
Natalie Wilson grabs it again. Natalie Wilson committed to Mercyhurst. And Natalie Wilson tries to dish it off, but the North Stars will keep possession. No, FM will take the ball. But Natalie Wilson committed to Mercyhurst, where she will study business and sports marketing, and her dream job, Joey, is to be an NFL marketing executive.
Oh, look at that.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Fun fact, actually, my neighbor, who's from California, don't ask me why he moved to Central New York, although his wife is from Central New York. But
Well, there you go. You answered your own question.
he had well, yes. So that, but I don't know why he agreed to it necessarily, because he's out there shoveling and he's never experienced snow in his life. So he's questioning his decisions himself. But no, he's actually, I don't know a specific title, but he does social media marketing and website management for the Los Angeles Rams.
Wow.
Yeah, so anything, if you go to the LA Rams website through NFL.com, you see any graphics
all
or
of that is
any
done
design.
from Syracuse, New York.
Yep.
And there's a card, looks like, says official Bill Crandall. Nope, no card. Looks like he was just holding a flag.
So I guess an 8-meter
yeah,
here
it'll be an 8-meter from behind the net.
Interesting. I don't think I've Johnny and my
Oh, that'll be. Looked like they placed the ball, and that the North Stars close in, and that is going to be shooting space there. So another 8-meter, another shooting space is very difficult to define, Joey. I could try to define shooting space, but there's so many nuances. Bounce shot
one
scores.
sneaks in.
That took a weird bounce, and FM gets their second goal. That was a weird bounce.
Eddie Keys with her second goal of the game, and the lone 2 goals for
33
FM.
goals on the season for the Lynn University commit. Lynn University, a D2 school, I believe in Pennsylvania. I'm going to get a fact check myself on that. Wow, Joey, I was very wrong. Lynn University is in Boca Raton, Florida.
Oh, look at that. There must be. Is there another Lynn University, Johnny?
No, there's a lot of D2 schools in Pennsylvania, so I just got them mixed up.
I see.
Some D2 schools like Slippery Rock.
I remember Slippery Rock, the good old Slippery Rock.
As Gabby Putman tries to get it, but Sophia Graham
comes away with it.
Scoops up the draw.
Those are the ground balls we were talking about, Johnny.
Yeah.
From Sophia Graham.
I every time I interview Gabby Putman and ask her about the draws, she always says it's the girls outside of the circle. You could have, Gabby Putman could win them all cleanly, which she could, but it's rare for someone, even as good as her, to win them all cleanly. It's the girls outside of the circle. It's Elizabeth Smith. It's Katie Harbold. It's Sophia Graham. It's those
Yep.
girls outside the circle that'll scoop up the ground balls that'll clean it out, almost like cleaning the glass in basketball. Sophia Graham dodging through. Sophia Graham
She
just
sneaks
took
that.
the perimeter route all
Wow.
the way around the defense. And Sophia Graham with goal number 17 on the season, and she is just a sophomore. And Joey, it's 8-2 now. So I was talking to you and our producer Alex Schneible in the elevator, and I said, this game's going to be close. And I said that, I've been tracking this team from afar, all the way from the South Hill of Ithaca, New York. And I said that against West Genesee. West Genesee, the very good team, really. West Genesee and FM both moved up to Class A this year from Class B. And I'm like, Joey, it's going to be a close game. CNS won it I think 16-4, and they won the second game pretty close. So this North Stars team, you could be a really good team. And CNS, there's two teams in Section 3, where two top teams where the North Stars have handed those teams their only loss. Those are the South Jefferson Spartans. CNS beat them 10-7 on the road. And the West Hill Warriors. CNS handed West Hill. And Class D in Section 3 is loaded with West Hill and South Jeff. And Addie Essie shoots again, but saved by the Lehigh commit, Michaela Jennings. Addie Essie, I have a feeling she's going to get one in the net.
She's only got 2 goals on the season here.
Addie Essie, also a field hockey player. She scored the game-winning goal in the sectional championship her sophomore year for field hockey. What a almost! Wow,
Almost.
What stick work from Mallory Burns. Mallory Burns, just a freshman, and Joey, she was faking her out. She was trying to distract her a little bit.
And Taylor Novak, she gets an assist,
Was
giving her
demonstrating
her
with
23rd.
Demonstrating on Joey Cox. Joey Cox was unfazed, Mr. 315. That's your new nickname, Joey, Mr. 315. That was demonstrating how exceptional that play was by Mallory Burns. We haven't seen anything from the Loyola Maryland commit, Taylor Novak, yet.
She did get the assist on that one.
She did get
Johnny,
the assist,
so.
okay.
So a little bit of action in there, but she hasn't snuck one in the net yet.
No. Gabby Putman wins it. She's going to be a Vanderbilt Commodore. Sophia Graham passes over to Essie.
Oh,
Essie
what a move!
Neshi! What ball movement. Sophia Neshi with the hat trick with the assist from Addie Essie.
The North Stars, Johnny, they are putting on the pressure. They're putting on so much pressure, Johnny, on the Hornets that they're yelling timber.
Wow, that was what a goal. Sophia Neshi.
Now, Johnny, that reminds me a little bit of the Colorado Avalanche. It kind of reminds me. It reminds me of one of their plays just a few weeks ago, where it was so perfectly executed. That play right there, Johnny, that was textbook. Coach Prentice could not have asked those girls to put together a better play.
This is a tight-knit team, and you can absolutely see how close they are off the field by their performance on the field. This is fun to watch.
It is.
Gabby Putman tries to get it, and the North Stars will scoop it up. Sophia Graham. And the first quarter will come to an end. CNS leading the Fayetteville-Manlius Hornets 9-2. We're experiencing some technical difficulties. We'll be back in just a few moments once we get those resolved. We apologize for the technical difficulties as 10:36 left to go here in the second quarter. No goals were scored yet. The North Stars have just kind of kept solid offensive possession here for the first 5 or so minutes, and a whistle.
Okay, it's better. It's a little laggy.
As another whistle. We've gotten a lot of whistles early in the second quarter. And 10 minutes even to go. That's Viviana Beardsley with it. Smith up top to Gabby Putman. Gabby Putman gives it over to Neshi.
Oh, wow,
Neshi to
what a
Putman.
pass.
And that goes in the net, but the whistle was blown by Jessica Lawler before the shot.
Wow,
So that's going to be an 8-meter.
Officials Bill Crandall and Jessica Lawler, their lungs are working overtime here today, Johnny.
As the North Stars going to have an 8-meter here. Can they score? They already scored on another. North Stars pass it behind the net. In front, she gets bumped. No
Nothing.
whistle. Wow, that was contact. That was Natalie Wilson there.
Interesting no call here by.
And that was directly in front of an official. That looked like blatant contact.
Bill Crandall just not.
FM has possession here, 8:40 on the clock. 55 seconds on the possession clock. That is Taylor Novak. Taylor Novak shoots, saved by Jilly Howell. Jilly Howell has been spectacular for CNS throughout her tenure. Jilly Howell is committed to Marquette University, and she will be studying business, marketing, and communications.
Go, girl.
North Stars charging in behind the net. Viviana Beardsley. She'll give it all the way back up top to Elizabeth Smith. Driving in. Smith shoots and wide. And CNS will keep possession with 43 seconds on the possession clock.
Now you talk about that shot.
In front, Smith scores!
There we go.
Elizabeth Smith, the future Carolina Tar Heel, with her 4th goal. How good is Elizabeth Smith going to be at the University of North Carolina?
She's going to definitely make a big impact, Johnny.
That is, wow. And CNS leads 10-3. Our PA announcer, Daryl White, playing the Cotton Eye Joe, and the DJ's got us falling in love tonight. Elizabeth Smith, that one unassisted. Joey, this CNS team, they are just performing at such a high level.
I mean, Johnny, you blink 2 seconds. Look, 10-3.
10-3 with 7:35 left to go in the second quarter.
And it's got to do in part, like we said, ground balls by the North Stars. Just excellent midfield plays.
Smith
and their defense as well.
Driving in again. And a save by Michaela Jennings. We have to shout out Elizabeth Smith's mom, the incredible Susan Smith, because Susan Smith provided us with those incredible pit bull glasses
yes.
that we wore. And Joey, those are crazy. That makes the whole world orange.
I know. It's like
It hurt my eyes.
you're a little confused at first. You're like, what's happening here? Oh, what a find in front.
And a score for the North Stars. 11-3 CNS leads FM. Find out who scored that.
Addie Essie.
Scored by Addie Essie, goal number 3 on the season for the Hartwick commit. Addie Essie.
You said, Johnny, that she was going to get one in.
And she did. 11-3 CNS leads with 6:52 left to go on the clock. And FM will win that one all the way over to their zone. Jane Ryan with it. Jane Ryan, 36 goals, 6 assists, 142 draw controls. We haven't seen her in the draws yet. Taylor Novak with it. Got to watch out for Novak and Ryan. Those are the big two for FM, and
I mean,
the North Stars have done a great job of defending them.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny, Novak, she's only seen one shot here against Jilly Howell, and that one, Jilly Howell did not let that one go through.
And that's a score. Taylor Novak.
Now she gets one through.
51 on the season for the Hornets.
I think it's the commentator's curse, Johnny.
Yeah, there we go. Taylor Novak was exceptional at Michael J. Bragman Stadium last time these two teams met last May.
6 goals.
Yeah. She was incredible. She was just a sophomore then. She was exceptional and gets her first goal with 6:16 left to go. And
Liz Smith could be getting to that number.
She
We're not even
could.
at halftime.
You never
She's
know.
already got 4.
She has gotten 6 goals before. She's gotten it. She got it multiple times her freshman season, a couple times her sophomore season. You never know. And FM, their head coach Leah Tuck, an alumni. She went to FM. She went to the University of Connecticut. Had a great career there. She's a legendary player, and that's a CNS. That's going to be FM possession, excuse me. But Leah Tuck, great staff too, assisted by Julie Frechette, Brenna Bastian, and Morgan Hart. That is the 6th season for Coach Tuck at FM. Couple sectional championship appearances down in Class B this year. FM in Class A. In front scores Jane Ryan, her first goal of the game. 37 goals on the season for the freshman Hornet.
Helena Doherty gets that assist.
Freshman to freshman, Helen Doherty to Jane Ryan. That's assist number 16 for Helen Doherty and goal number 37 for Jane Ryan. And FM cuts the North Stars lead to 6.
So it is getting a little bit nail-biting here, Johnny, but not close enough to make Coach Prentice worry.
It's a comfortable range. And she's, she has a great staff assisted by Briar Cummings and Bree Starr. Coach Prentice in her 5th season back at CNS. And a fight for it. And the North Stars trying to take it. That is Daniela Wilson. And that was contact to the head, looked like. So the North Stars will keep possession. Daniela Wilson, the younger sister of Natalie Wilson. And Taylor Novak is on Daniela Wilson like glue right now. Look at that defense. It was almost like her stick was magnetized to Daniela Wilson's stick. Wow. Mia Bella Gates tightly defended. This FM team, Joey, they get close on defense.
Yeah, you could see that. They're keeping it very tight, keeping it very close.
Essie trying to get the ground ball. Mia Bella Gates pushed out of bounds, and that will stay with CNS.
You notice, Johnny, defensively here for the Hornets, they kind of cluster in like a little string in front of the net.
Gates! What a save by Michaela Jennings.
But they got like a little like 5 formation going on here, Johnny. They kind of form like a almost trapezoid in front of the net. Kind of keep it close, tight knit.
Yeah.
Almost a little box formation there going, Johnny. But yeah.
You learned that from Killian Heffron.
Yes.
In hockey.
Big power play, kill move there. Is the box formation.
You got the umbrella too. So Leighton Sullivan taught me. Up top is Taylor Novak. Taylor Novak shoots, and Helen Doherty was behind, so a fresh 90 on the possession clock for FM. And gives it over. 80 seconds on the possession clock. We got 3:56 left to go here before halftime. CNS leads 11-5. Shot bounced out of bounds. FM will keep possession. Julie Howell's been pretty solid in net for CNS, making some good saves. Both goalies have. Michaela Jennings, even though she's let in 11 goals, she's made some great saves for the Hornets. One of just 2 seniors on this FM team, and that's going to be an 8-meter for FM.
Great little close in there, though, by Maya Patty.
Yeah.
Don't have a number 9 on our roster, but we do. Avery Rumble. But
in front, scored on the 8-meter. Helen Doherty gets goal number 28 on the season. And the North Star is going to sub some players back in. Looks like most of the starters coming back in for CNS. Gabby Putman, Liz Smith, Sophia Graham going in. Looks like the North Star is kind of just switching out the entire field, Joey. As some players will trot off, but great play. Those are a lot of the younger players, so this is kind of the future of the CNS team. And you look ahead to next year. You still have Elizabeth Smith. You're still going to have Viviana Beardsley. You're still going to have Mia Bella Gates. I mean, you're losing Julie Howell, Gabby Putman, Sophia Neshi, Natalie Wilson, Ella Grotto. But this North Star is, like I said, Joey, you're still going to have Elizabeth Smith for 1 more year,
Yep.
Sophia Graham for 2 more years, Viviana Beardsley for 3, Mia Bella Gates for 2. So you still have some solid players. Is Gabby Putman driving through the midfield? And looks like that's going to be maybe an 8-meter for CNS.
Yep. Lining up for one here.
2:25 on the clock. Driving in, and that's a
That
score for the North
through.
Stars. Sophia Neshi with goal number 4.
Don't stop the party, Johnny. Sophia Neshi is having a party of her own. 4 goals, 3 assists for her tonight. 7-point game. Wow.
The Liberty Flame, Joey, is burning bright.
Almost like a fireball, you could say, Johnny.
Exactly right about that, Joey. Got to shout out some more seniors. Number 12, Ashlyn Baker, will be attending the University of Mount Olive in North Carolina, where she will be studying nursing.
You think they have a lot of olives there, Johnny?
I think if
big
they call
olive
it
people?
University of Mount Olive, I would hope so. But I don't know. Are there a lot of olives in the state of North Carolina?
Probably not, but I feel like...
We'll have to ask Elizabeth Smith because she will be joining Ashlyn Baker in the state of North Carolina.
Right.
And the North Stars will get it. As we
Liz
talk about
Smith.
Elizabeth Smith, she makes a play. Gabby Putman forwards it ahead to Sophia Graham, who gives it over to Mia Bella Gates. Gates driving through. Can't get it, but great stick work by Mia Bella Gates. And that will be FM ball with 1:56. Joey, this second quarter just flew by in a flash.
I know. It felt like just 2 seconds ago, Johnny, you're saying, we'll take a break here. We'll be right back for second quarter of action.
Exactly.
I mean, it's, especially in girls, one clock doesn't stop when it goes out of bounds.
That's true.
So that just kind of speeds up the pace of play.
Faster pace of play. Joey, tomorrow we have a huge Unified Basketball doubleheader.
Yes.
Game 1, both games will be on the North Star Network on YouTube. First, the Unified Blue team will host Nottingham. You'll be on the call with Lake and Haven as the North Stars grab it. And Game 2, the North Stars White team will welcome the Cortland Purple
Wow, with
Tigers.
speed.
In transition, Neshi to Wilson. Back to Neshi. Blocked by Liz Kilmer.
But Neshi
Oh.
with the speed. She
And CNS ball. Neshi, I love that
put
she
on the
wanted to
wheels.
find the open teammate. But like we were saying, Game 2 at approximately 5:15, the CNS White Unified Basketball team will be taking on the Cortland Purple Tigers. And Joey Cox and I will be doing that one. Excited about that in the new gym. North Stars almost get it. Gabby Putman saved by Michaela Jennings. And the North Stars pretty much have the remainder of the clock. Jennings tips it and into the stick of the future Lehigh Mountain Hawk. It's a great name, Joey. The Lehigh Mountain Hawks.
right.
I think they're the Mountain Hawks. I'm pretty sure. But if not, wouldn't a Mountain Hawk be a pretty epic mascot? I would want
Right.
to be a Mountain Hawk. And
Oh,
saved
wow.
by the future Golden Eagle, Jillian
There we go.
Howell. And that is halftime. At the end of a high-scoring first half, the Cicero-North Syracuse North Stars lead the Fayetteville-Manlius Hornets 12-6. We'll be back for the second half of action right here on the North Star Network on YouTube.
for those who are currently watching here on the North Star Network. For the few minutes we have remaining here of halftime, we're going to play the senior video here on the North Star Network that they played in the stadium. So enjoy that for these 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Hi, my name is Gabby Putman, and I will be going to Vanderbilt University next year to study biological sciences and play lacrosse. Anchor down.
Hi, my name is Katie Harbold. I'll be going to Lemoyne next fall, where I'm studying psychology on an occupational therapy track and playing lacrosse.
Hi, my name is Julie Howell, and I'm going to Marquette University. I will be majoring in marketing, and I will be playing lacrosse.
Hi, I'm Addie Essie. I'm attending Hartwick University, studying biology and playing lacrosse there.
Hi, my name is Marissa Wessels. I'll be attending Oswego to study accounting and play lacrosse.
Hi, my name is Ashlyn Baker. I will be attending the University of Mount Olive, and I will be studying nursing and playing lacrosse.
Hi, my name is Ellie Wilson. I will be attending Mercer University next year to study business and sports management, as well as continue to play lacrosse there.
Hi, my name is Sophia Neshi, and I'm continuing my academic and lacrosse career at Liberty University, majoring in biomedical sciences.
Hi, my name is Ella Grotto, and I will be attending Fairleigh Dickinson University next year. I will be majoring in criminal justice and criminology, and I will also be playing lacrosse there.
My name is Tabby Coombs. Next year I'm going to Hartwick College to pursue occupational therapy and play lacrosse.
Definitely my Mary Poppins bag.
I would say my dad jokes.
That I'm always confused.
Probably that I can fall asleep anywhere, and I always fall asleep like on the way to and on the way from on the bus ride.
That I always get hit in the head at practice.
Asking a lot of questions.
That I always have my toes out.
My teammates would say that it's my goal celebrations, but I think they're awesome, so whatever.
I like to use the worm a little too much, so yeah.
I don't get jokes right away, so I have to over-explain it because I never get it first try.
I would like to say thank you to my parents for always being there and supporting me along the way throughout life and my lacrosse journey. And lastly, I'd like to thank my teammates. You've been my second family through it all, and always play with confidence, have fun, and work your butt off. You guys are going to do great.
I just want to say thank you to my parents for always supporting me and being there for me, and all my coaches, like ULA coaches, Coach Smith, and obviously Coach Prentice and all the coaches on our staff, and just everybody, especially my teammates, who have made it so enjoyable and made it so much fun throughout the years. And good luck to all of you next year.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always being there and supporting me, and the rest of my family for bringing me to practices, games, and always being there for me. Also, thank you, CNS Lacrosse, for creating such memorable memories and long-lasting lessons that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
I'd like to thank my family. They're always there for me, and they supported me through everything throughout the entire journey.
I would like to thank the whole program, the coaches, the players, and my parents. I would like to give a special shout out to them for always supporting me.
I'd like to give a thank you to all my teammates for pushing me through the tough times, and especially a thank you to my parents for motivating me to do my best.
I would like to thank my teammates for always having my back, and give my biggest thanks to my parents, sister, grandparents, and the rest of my family for supporting everything I do on and off the field.
I would just want to thank all my coaches throughout my lacrosse career here at CNS, starting from youth lacrosse all the way up to varsity lacrosse, and I want to give a big shout out to my family and my parents, Mom and Dad. I love you so much, and I wouldn't be here without you. Love you guys.
I would like to thank CNS Girls Lacrosse for
Sorry to cut the video short for you folks, but we welcome you back here to the North Star Network as our opening draw is going to commence in just a few moments. Gabby Putman going to take it here for the North Stars. Just a few seconds, North Stars up 12-6 after last few goals there to close out that second quarter by the Hornets as they help narrow the lead. Gabby Putman just been dominant in draw controls here for the North Stars. 140 for her for the year. As she's going to try to win that one. It knocks loose as Taylor Novak takes it away. Here come the Hornets now. Down 6.
I'm back, Joey.
Johnny Lisi is back.
It's beautiful weather out. You got to enjoy it. We're talking to one of our favorites, Nick Socials. The great Nick Socials, I might add.
Trying to find her way in front of the net is Addie Keys. Great stop by the North Stars as they come away with it now.
Sophia Graham is
with speed. She's not putting on the brakes, Johnny.
No, not at all.
Natalie Wilson gets it back over to Graham. Graham falls down to her knees there. The play continues as we do get a whistle there from our official here, Jessica Lawler. As we do get a yellow card here against the Bees. So back in the North Stars direction after that stop of play.
I don't think it was a. Was it a card? I don't think it was a card.
I saw the.
Oh, it was a flag.
Oh,
I think maybe.
I thought I saw her hold up the card.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't know.
Either way, North Star sticking with it now as Neshi behind the net. She makes a couple spin moves here, tries to wrap around.
Oh, what a
She
pass.
finds Liz Smith in front of the net. Smith has 5 goals on the night. There's another connection. Neshi to Smith.
Wow, that was fantastic.
4 goals and 4 assists. 8-point night here for Neshi so far. And, of course, Liz Smith, 5 goals for her already. Wow. Neshi to Smith has just been an excellent connection.
Neshi with 4 goals and 4 assists. Like, how good is Sophia Neshi tonight? How good is Elizabeth Smith?
What can't she do?
Exactly.
What can't either of them do?
What can't they do together?
Right. That's the word. That's it right there, Johnny. Couldn't have said it better myself. So North Stars now take a 7-point lead with 10:30 left to go in the third as Gabby Putman going to take this draw here for the North Stars. She's taken 140 already this year as she looks to win another.
Sophia Graham chasing after. Sophia Graham has been exceptional outside the circle on these draws.
Yeah, she's just been able to find those ground balls. I mean, that's her specialty.
Oh, risky pass to Wilson. But Natalie Wilson's been spectacular tonight. She was great in that first quarter.
Oh man. Mia Bella Gates.
She's
Jinx,
been
Johnny. Oh, Mia Coke. Oh, Mia
she
soda.
has been close. She's had a lot of almosters.
Almosters. So that one just slips out of the stick of Gabby Putman, but she does manage to scoop that one back up over to Beardsley. She looks, gets it back over to Wilson. Natalie Wilson scans. She does a little bit of a flip pass over to Putman. Putman looking for her first goal of senior night. She wraps her way around, flips it off to Natalie Wilson. As that one gets deflected, I think, in front of the net.
Yeah, I think her stick, someone hit her stick on the way down.
As it looks
so
like
that's
we're
going to be an 8 meter.
8 meter, yeah.
Right down the middle for Natalie Wilson.
Couldn't ask for a better shot than that.
Oh,
that one just
it
sneaks
went
across.
Off the stick of Michaela Jennings.
And it looked like
it's going to be FM ball.
FM ball, as can't see the number out there. I'm losing my eyesight, Johnny. But FM there to track it down after that shot. Goes over the top of that from Natalie Wilson. So FM moving downfield quickly with 8:45 left to go in the third. Down by 7 here, as they did manage to narrow the gap, but North Stars have just been dominant on both offense and defense here. Is that one, nice save by Jilly Howell. That one does find its way behind the net as Brooke Southwick was there.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot from Brooke Southwick. I remember from last year, Southwick was kind of like a point guard for this FM offense.
Yeah,
that's going to be
goals this season.
An 8 meter, it looks like, for Taylor Novak.
Uh-oh.
This could be dangerous, but Jilly Howell's tough. Oh, great
that
angle.
One does sneak through as Novak.
Goal number 52 for Taylor Novak.
So she's got her second on the night as she gets the Hornets back within 6.
That was a great angle.
Yeah, she just kind of floated away to the left side, Johnny. She just got a little bit of a top shelfer there, and it kind of took a little bit of an awkward bounce, but it made its way through, Johnny. And excellent angle there for Novak as she sneaks one through. So 8:19 left to go. North Stars still with a 6-goal lead. They did manage to extend that after that last goal by Liz Smith. But FM has their response in Novak's 8-meter to get them back within 6. Here comes Gabby Putman with the draw for the North Stars.
Joey, this is one of those perfect spring nights.
Yes.
Nice cool breeze.
And now the rain, it's no longer sprinkling out there, so it's started to get nice out there. Oh, that one.
We haven't seen Putman outside of the draw circle. She gets caught in a spin cycle.
As that one's taken away, Novak down at midfield. She moves with speed. She's got 2 of her teammates down at around the 10. As she tries to wind her way around.
Save.
What a save by Jilly Howell as she scoops that one up out of the air.
Spectacular
she floats that one
save.
to Graham as she moves now down the North Star zone. She crosses midfield, gets it over to Putman. Putman looking for some action here tonight as she gets it over to Natalie Wilson. Wilson over to Neshi as she takes it into the end zone. She looks. Bella Gates over on the other end of the end zone. She gets it back over to Graham. Graham gets it back to Smith as they're slowly moving this ball around.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what a save.
Michaela Jennings has been spectacular.
The Lehigh commit.
Did not verify if they are the Mountain Hawks. I should take a look at that.
Because that's a pretty cool mascot, Johnny. As the Lehigh commit, she takes her time here. Now
they are the Lehigh Mountain Hawks.
Okay, look at that, Johnny.
I was right. They're in the Patriot League. So the same league as local team, the Cornell Raiders.
Brooke Southwick gets it over to Doherty. Novak. She looked like she wanted to wind up there for a shot. Decides not to take it. Gets it over to Jane Ryan, who's got a goal tonight.
Wow.
That one sneaks through.
Got her on the bounce shot.
So Jane Ryan gets that one through off of the pass from Novak. So 6:11 left to go, and FM has narrowed the lead to 5. FM starting to gain a little bit of momentum here, Johnny. So
they're close. They're closing the gap. This is a very good FM team.
So draw controls are going to be crucial here.
And FM coming off of a tough loss at against Pittsford, 15-4. And FM has played Pittsford every year recently, and the Pittsford Panthers are 9-2 all time against FM. We got to shout out some more seniors for this North Stars team. Number 20, Tabby Coombs, is going to Hartwick, where she will major in biology. And Marissa Wessels will be attending SUNY Oswego, where she will study accounting and business administration.
So Mia Bella Gates behind the net. She zips it in front.
It's a talented family. The Wessels twins. Marissa Wessels' twin sister Mallory is going to the Culinary Institute of America.
Oh, look at that.
It's a good baker. Good ice cream scooper, too.
She looks. She fires. She's got 5 goals.
Wow.
5 goals and 4 assists for Sophia Neshi. The Liberty Flames commit.
Wow. She has been exceptional. She's going to do great things at Liberty, where she will be majoring in biomedical studies.
I think we need to study the technique of Sophia Neshi here, Johnny. I mean,
she's been great her whole career, but I really feel like this is her best season statistically, because coming into this game, 43 goals. Now she has 48. Going into the final 2 games, you have a home and home with Baldwinsville at Baldwinsville on Thursday, and then you have the rescheduled game from that lightning delay, Joey,
Right.
on Monday the 19th here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium.
Well, we remember that one vividly.
I was FaceTiming you guys with
Yes.
that. That was wild storm, seeing it move through the stadium.
And then the girls got out there, and they were all excited, getting ready to play.
Yep, and then they're
and then
like,
they called it
nah,
off. Nah,
not really.
no, we're going in. So 5:33 left to go. North Stars, after that Neshi goal, extend their
Putman
lead.
wins it again.
Putman, she's just...
Oh, this North Stars team is great on
Yes.
the ride.
Sophia Graham moving with speed. She decides to put on the brakes. She gets it back over to Natalie Wilson, who's going to get it to Sophia Graham in the end zone. Graham, she looks. She decides to flip it off to Gates. Gates scans behind the back of the net here. She's going to roll around.
Wow.
She takes the shot. Oh, right off of the post.
Oh,
Man.
wow.
As Ella Grotto,
I don't know how Ella Grotto scooped that up.
FDU commit.
FDU believe it, as the great Andrew Catalan said. They were the second 16 seed all time to beat a 1 seed. FDU beat Purdue.
Look at that.
Columbus, Ohio.
There's that
Oh,
tight
that's going to be an 8
defensive.
meter.
Yeah, there's that tight defensive formation that we're seeing from FM. They just don't like to give the North Stars a lot of room to shoot.
Looks
And
like
that-
our officials are discussing it here. Our officials, Bill Crandall and Jessica Lawler.
a little bit of a disagreement between the two here. As let's see
Maybe-
what they officially call it. They're not gonna give it the 8 meter to the North Stars. Wow.
That's FM ball.
Wow. You're gonna question the
Wow.
great Johnny Lisi, who's been commentating this sport for 3 years. I mean, come on, he knows his stuff here. If he sees an 8 meter, it's an 8 meter.
I think if anyone sees anyone go to the ground in
Yeah.
front of the net, I think that's pretty obvious there.
All right. Colby Jennings now moving at midfield. She zips it down for Helen Doherty. She gets it back over for Addie Keys. Behind the net now is Southwick. She gets it back over to Doherty. Back across for Novak as she looks. She wants to take the shot. She finds her way around.
It's going to be North Star's ball.
Yeah. I don't
No idea what the call was.
Yeah,
There's
me
a lot
neither. I know a lot of interesting signals there from
I don't know.
referee Bill Crandall there, but yeah, not quite sure what happened
Oh,
there.
goodness. Wow. That's got to be.
Was that a possession clock violation, perhaps,
No,
Johnny?
that was a hit directly in the face. And that's, as it should be, a yellow card on the Hornets. Hit to the
Looks like
head.
it's going to be an 8
It's
meter.
going to be on senior Audrey Burke. As we take a look at the replay here. Oh yeah, that was. You can see that. You can see the reaction. Is it direct? That was
Yeah.
direct contact. Hopefully she's okay.
So, got an injury here out on the field. We'll take a timeout here on the North Star Network as that FM players tended to. Welcome you back here to the North Star Network as Gabby Putman walking off to the sideline on her own accord. She looks like she is going to be okay. She's just going to need to take a few breathers here after that hard hit, as Liz Smith's going to come in for her on this 8-meter. We
did get confirmation that is a 2-minute check to the head on Audrey Burke for the Hornets.
So the North Stars will get an 8-meter here. Liz Smith going to take it.
No one better.
Right?
Oh,
she sneaks
wow.
that one through. That was a fireball, Johnny.
Looked like it came right out of a flamethrower for
right.
Elizabeth Smith. That's goal number 6, and Gabby Putman looks like she's going to be coming right back out on the field.
Perfect.
When I came here for the season opener against Penfield, and I was on the sideline, Gabby Putman, I think she got hit in the head or something. She got hit. She gets hit in the head a lot, it seems like. I mean, the draw circle is not the safest place to be on the lacrosse field, but I remember she had a cut and she had a Band-Aid, and you interviewed her with that big Band-Aid on her head. She's tough. She is a gritty player.
I think she also had a cut on her chin as well.
It was the cut on the chin. That's what it was.
Yeah. But, yeah, she's tough.
Makes
as
sense.
She doesn't even take much of a break here. Liz
No,
Smith takes the 8-meter, and then she's right
ready
back
to
out
go.
there for the draw. So 3:14 left to go here in this third quarter. North Stars up by 7, 15-8 your score, as North Stars fight for it here.
And
so
the
it looks like
penalty
Danielle Wilson's going to win it.
I think it's unreleasable on the penalty by Burke. So the North Stars will have a full 2 minutes. I don't know how much time has expired off the penalty, but Gabby Putman, good to see her back on the field. Looks like she's playing more of a defensive midfield tonight.
As you can see, Johnny, Marissa Wessel's out there, the Oswego commit.
Oh, good drive.
Oh, fight for it there.
Gates, that's tough when you're going up against a goalie with the size of the goalie stick. It's difficult.
Yeah, it is hard, Johnny, to take that ball away from him.
As Gates is tightly guarding Michaela Jennings. That was 17 seconds, Joey.
Yeah, she took a long time on that decision there. As let's see if it plays off, if they set up a play properly here, as Addie Costanza takes it downfield. Addie Keys back behind the net there for the Hornets. So Katie Harbold, the Lemoyne commit, she's out there taking it from the end zone with speed.
She's a cross-country and indoor track runner, so she has speed.
Yes, as it's quite evident there. She makes her way down midfield in about 10 seconds,
Gabby
Johnny.
Putman's speedy, too, cross-country and
Right.
indoor. And she also comes from a family of runners. We talked about this with Jack Putman on Saturday. I mean, Gabby's older sister, Kate, is a cross-country and track athlete at NC State. And Gabby Putman will be attending Vanderbilt, where she will be studying biological sciences.
A lot of biology studies here.
A lot of nurses and medical field aspirations for this North Stars team.
Natalie Wilson gets it over to Neshi. Back behind the net is
Gates. I liked what Gates was trying to do there. Just couldn't find anyone, and the North Stars will take it. I think that's going to be, can't tell who that is. Might be Avery Rumble. Nope, that was Neshi. Gates.
Oh,
what a pass.
Wilson loses it, as that's going to be an 8-meter here, I believe, for the North Stars. Yep.
Is that going to be
a
card, maybe?
It is going to be an 8-meter here, though.
It's going to be an 8-meter, okay. The official made the signal like he's going to give a card. Natalie Wilson has a good angle. Oh, what a pass.
What a pass.
Oh!
Liz Smith, she's got 7 goals, Johnny, and that gives her her 40th goal of the season.
Wow, and assist number 3 for Natalie Wilson. I thought Natalie Wilson, Joey, she had a great angle.
She did.
She's a righty, kind of on that left side, fired in from that side.
But what a pass.
What a pass.
It's Liz Smith, her 40th goal of the season, as she has 7 on the night.
Wow.
What a game for her.
It was fantastic.
As we know, Liz Smith, she's
going to North Carolina, Joey.
Yeah, I mean,
the number 1 women's lacrosse team in the nation.
And she's committed as a junior as well. So
yeah, they're North Carolina. I mean, the ACC is fantastic for women's lacrosse. I mean, you got North Carolina and Boston College. North Carolina and Boston College were fighting throughout the entire season. North Carolina ended up being number 1 after winning the ACC. Boston College number 2. I mean, you obviously have Syracuse. You have Virginia's really tough. Duke is really tough. It's a great league to go into.
20 seconds left here, Johnny. Time is ticking as the North Stars have it back. 22 seconds was that score there. As Liz Smith scored that goal with 22 seconds left, as that's going to do it for the third quarter of action.
Wow.
So North Stars with an 8-goal lead now, 16-8 after that last second score by Liz Smith. We'll take a break here on the North Star Network, and we'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Mr. Worldwide to infinity. You know the roof on fire. We go boogie, oogie, jiggle, wiggle, and dance like the roof on fire. We go drink drinks and take shots until we fall out like the roof on fire. Now, baby, get my booty naked, take off all your clothes and light the roof on fire. Tell her, baby, 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 I'm on fire. I tell her, baby, 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 I'm a fireball. Now, big bang boogie, get that kitty little noogie in a nice little shave. I gave Susie a little pat up on the booty and she turned around and said, walk this way. I was born in a plane. Mama said that every word was on my name. I'm the best you've ever had. If you think I'm burning out, I never am. I'm on fire. I'm on fireball.
Just had to wait for the best part of the song.
And with that, we welcome you back here to the North Star Network on YouTube. Of course, our
great song
producer,
choice.
Thank you. Of course, our producer, Alex Schneible, just had to kind of ruin it. But, of course,
hey, you still got the best part.
I plugged it in just at the right second to get the drop there. Fireball. As the North Stars are quite on fire here in the third quarter. Couple goals allowed here to FM, but the North Stars still maintain a solid lead as they take the field here for the fourth quarter.
Joey, that should be your talent show song next year.
I don't know if I can rap.
You have the glasses already,
right?
You should do that. I think that would be a great idea. The Revolt changes from classic rock to Pitbull.
Well, we'll take that into consideration, Johnny.
I'm going to take that as I'm assuming a no.
So, Fourth quarter of action here. North Stars up by 8 as Gabby Putman fight for
Wow, a
the
push
draw
there
control.
by Jane Ryan.
It's going to go in the North Stars' direction.
This FM team playing with a tough intensity here.
Sophia Graham moving with speed as Neshi gets it behind the net. Oop. Fight for it here.
There's no better place for Addie Essie to be than right around her. Wow, Gabby Putman.
What a
Oh,
hit.
that did not deserve a card there. Oh, that's not a card. Okay, I guess I was
We're
right,
very
Joey.
confused tonight, Johnny. It's been a lot of miscommunication.
Oh, wait, yep, there is a card. I'm no expert, Joey, but I think you're supposed to put the card before you make the call.
Yeah.
But, you know,
well,
it's all good here. Gabby Putman with a 2-minute penalty. It's cross-checking. I'm surprised I didn't hear Joey Cox say, you know, one time the Colorado Avalanche cross-checked.
Only every so often, Johnny, when it sparks my mind, like that perfectly executed play by the North
good
Stars
tip by
earlier.
Neshi.
Fight for it at midfield as North Star is going to come away with it now. Sophia Graham at midfield. She's going to get it over to Katie Harbold. She moves with speed down the sideline. She is forced outside, however, by Jane Ryan. So she does get that one away as Liz Smith slows things down at around the 25. She gets it over to Ella Grotto. Grotto gets it back over to Addie Essie.
And there's no better place for Addie Essie to be than around a ground ball, field hockey star, and getting some of those ground balls exactly like hitting with a field hockey stick.
Right. Jack of all trades, Addie Essie. As Natalie Wilson now moving down behind the net. She gets it over back to Essie.
Remember, you know, you can tell Addie Essie, we talked to her before the game, she said this team is like her second family. I'll never forget senior night last year when Addie Essie was a junior for field hockey against Canastota and was down on the field talking with the players, talking with Coach Kennedy and Coach Karras. And, you know, Coach Kennedy.
Now she looks.
Oh, what a save.
Wow.
Was like, Addie, why are you crying this much? It's not your senior night.
Right.
And you can tell how much it means to her. And how much these teams and these sports mean to her. You know, it was a great example of that. And it's also a great example of how tight, I mean, I was for field hockey, that's a tight-knit team, but you look at the CNS girls lacrosse team, a lot of these players have been playing together since they were 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, if any of you caught that video we played at halftime, they showed some videos of these girls when they were younger.
Gabby Putman, Liz Smith, a lot of these girls have known
that
each
one
other.
sneaks through. As Mallory Burns, the freshman, she scores. Novak with the assist.
That is goal number 26 for Mallory Burns and assist number 24 for Taylor Novak. 2 goals, 2 assists for Novak, 2 goals for Mallory Burns. But the future is bright for this Fayetteville-Manlius team.
I mean, they're keeping it close versus the number 2 North Stars. I mean, and they're number 15.
Number 2 in the state Class A, and
right.
number 15 nationally. And FM, I mean, props to them. 8-5, a really tough schedule. I mean, they have big wins. Marcellus, their leading scorer, Cece Powell, soccer star, basketball star, lacrosse star. Cece Powell of the Marcellus Mustangs is committed to go to North Carolina with Liz Smith. And FM beat Marcellus 18-8. They beat the Holton Arms School, a 6-3 team from Maryland, 20-10. They beat West Jenny by 2, and they played JD, one of the top teams in Class C, really tight. They play Beeville really. So this is a really good FM team. It's props to them for getting 17th in the state.
And, you know, they're such a young team, Johnny. You look at them. They only got 2 seniors this season. So they're just trying to feel things out. They're just trying to figure out what works for them. You know, you have Taylor Novak, she's a junior. You got Jane Ryan, who's just a freshman.
Mallory Burns, a freshman, too.
Right, exactly. So they're all just trying to feel things out. And I think in these next coming years, Johnny, they're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. And once they figure things out, once they get comfortable with each other, this is going to be a dangerous Hornet squad. And
you look at the last 2 years for CNS, the last two, this season and last season, the only two teams there's only one team in the SCAC Metro that's played CNS close, and that's FM.
Right.
CNS beat Beeville big last year and this year. We don't know if how they'll fare against Beeville in the last two games. They beat Liverpool sizably. They beat West Jenny sizably, allowing in two of those games, Joey, they've allowed less than 6 goals in pretty much all those games. So FM really is the only team that has played CNS tight.
They're still managing to keep it tight, Johnny.
And that's props to head coach Leah Tuck for FM. Coach Tuck has done a great job for a long time. She took over in August of 2019, right before the COVID pandemic. So her first season wasn't until 2021 when CNS won the class.
So 6 seasons, Johnny, but technically 5 full seasons.
Six seasons as having the title, but only 5 actually coaching because of COVID. Wow, Gabby Putman.
Wow. She takes that one away. She moves with speed down the sideline.
And, Gabby Putman, she's that type of player that, tonight she's not really on the score sheet scoring and assists, but she's making a massive impact with her play in the draw control circle, her play on defense, and Vanderbilt is getting a great future Commodore.
Mallory Burns just managed to take that ground ball away.
Stick check by Katie Harbold.
Harbold takes that one away after Mallory Burns managed to get the ground ball.
That was a fantastic stick check
from Putman at midfield there.
And Harbold will be joining North Star alum Kenzie Prentice at Lemoyne.
There you go.
Next season.
Now, you notice a lot of North Star lacrosse players go to Lemoyne. You got
a lot of North Star's players go to play in college in D1. It's crazy.
But you got Donovan Cheney over on the boys varsity team. He is committed to Lemoyne as a junior as well. So a lot of Lemoyne players going to be joining
Rocco
some
Villano
of these
there. Kenzie
alumni,
Prentice is there. Allison Cole, a player from my sophomore year, defender, is there. So you have
a lot of players here from the North Stars this season going to be joining these North Stars alumni. As FM retains possession here after that one's knocked away.
36 seconds on the possession clock.
So they don't have to go too fast here, Johnny, but they do have to think they got to shoot soon in order to avoid that possession clock violation that they did experience earlier. 5:09 left to go, and the North Stars retaining that 7-goal lead.
Oh,
that one sneaks through.
That was a great angle there.
But good save by Jilly Howell. She deflects that one.
North Star's got a clear here.
Jilly Howell, she's backed up. Wow, she kept that one.
Wow.
She zips that back to Katie Harbold.
You can tell that she's a basketball player, too, can take a little bit of contact.
Right. Not quite sure what that whistle was blown for.
Timeout CNS.
Okay. So North Star is going to take a timeout here. Up 7 as Liz Smith is going to have the ball when we come back. We welcome you back here to the North Star Network on YouTube. North Stars up by 7, 16-9, your score. 4:38 left to go as Liz Smith zips that back past midfield. As Sophia Graham, I believe. I can't see the number. No, that's number 6. Don't have a number 6 on our roster.
6 is.
We'll see if our PA announcer Daryl White can enlighten us. Number 6. But Sophia Graham, there we go. She moves it around. Good ball movement here by the North Stars. Liz Smith. Now they're slowing things down a little bit. So we're getting confirmation here from Johnny Lisi.
Number 6 is Kaylin Reed. She changed her number from 16 to 6.
Yeah, and it was 16
and
earlier
Kaylin
in the season.
Kaylin Reed was exceptional last season for the North Stars.
She still got 3 goals here on the season, though, so she still made a little bit of an impact as she's out there now for the North Stars. But she was 16 earlier in the season. As you can see, Johnny, I have 16 on my roster.
Yeah, I had 16 on mine as well.
I had 6 originally. And I changed it.
Oh,
man.
Putman, that was close. I love how you could hear her father. She shot it, and he goes, there it is.
There it is.
You talk about...
Go girl.
That is a Pitbull song. Well, if you were wondering about the
all these
healthy dosage of Pitbull songs, we had 15. I told Joey, I said, we're going to do Pitbull songs, and I pointed to the wall, to the piece of paper that Joe Seidman and I did on April 19th, 2024, CNS Girls Flag Football against Liverpool. Taylor Swift had just released the Tortured Poets Department, and Joe Seidman and I made, I think, 174.
Good defense by the North Stars.
174 Taylor Swift punts.
Wow, Jilly Howell, what a save. As Ashlyn Baker makes a great defensive stop there. Forces FM to reset there. They take an awkward shot. Jilly Howell saves that one.
That's an untouchable record, though, Joey. You could not break that if you tried. That game was exhausting because Joe Seidman printed out a sheet of 3 sheets of Taylor Swift punts. So instead of normal game prep, his game prep was just Taylor Swift songs.
Now, Johnny, Lisi, and Joe Seidman are Taylor Swift fans. Me, myself, hence the crazy train for our performance of in the talent show there. I'm not a big newer song fan, Johnny. I'm more of an 80s, 70s kind of guy.
Well, and Fireball.
I like Fireball. It's funny, we have a going, here comes an 8-meter for FM with 1:44 left to go. But we have this going joke in my family on my dad's side. We always, during like special occasions, that one sneaks through.
That was Taylor Novak with a hat trick.
Unassisted Taylor Novak. So she does get in some action here today. But as I was saying, Johnny, yeah, we have this going. If we have any celebration, the parents, my uncle and aunt, and my mom and my dad, they'll crack open a Fireball, and they'll play the Fireball song.
I love it.
That's fun. So FM does manage to strike late here with 1:35 left to go. They're still down by 6. As here comes the face-off.
Here comes Mr. Howell in the Howie-mobile.
Howie-mobile.
You can't see it on camera,
beep, beep.
but Mr. Howell driving around.
Sometimes I think he just likes to drive around in that thing.
Oh, no, I would love to.
But I feel like sometimes he's not even doing anything productive. I think he's just kind of like...
I think I've seen games where he's just been going in circles.
Yeah, I mean, he is getting the pylon, so I'll give him that. But he did go down, and he just kind of circled around for a second there.
He has photobombed a lot of interviews in that thing. A lot.
He almost ran us over the other day. He almost ran us over the other day.
That's bound to happen. You get in the way of the Howie-mobile, you're toast. You cannot stop the Howie-mobile.
No.
You can only hope to contain it.
Beardsley fires that one as that one is sent out of bounds.
You know he's going to pick that ball up on the far side.
Yep.
Mr. Howell.
He's going to take his Howie-mobile. 1:05 left to go. Stopping clock there, whistle blown.
You know, it's a 6-goal deficit on the scoreboard, but it feels like a lot more. The North Stars had a great first half. 7 goals here in the second half. But the first half was really what propelled them. It was a hot start. Katie Harbold deflects it. Good scoop by Marissa Wessels.
She comes away with it.
Wessels did a great job of fighting for that. Oh.
On the way by the scorer's tent over there.
Well, Wessels came away with it.
Yeah, see, Mr. Howell's just sitting over there. I think he just likes to take his little joy ride. He just plops himself right next to the
He's
end
keeping
zone.
his daughter, Jilly Howell, company.
Right.
Great performance by Jilly Howell in that.
Yes.
And you got to give props to the FM goalie, Michaela Jennings, too, the Lehigh commit. Fantastic
She's
job
going
by
up
her.
against a lot of excellent scores here for the North Stars. One end point being Liz Smith with 7 goals here tonight.
And Sophia Neshi with 5 goals.
So 2 high scores here for the North Stars.
Oh, wow. Late goal by Jane Ryan.
6 seconds left.
39th goal of the season for Jane Ryan. She goes, you know what? I want a hat trick.
6
and
for
Jane
number
Ryan gets it.
6 for number 6. 6 seconds left
There we
for
go.
number 6, Jane Ryan.
Good goal by Jane Ryan there.
Yeah.
And I think this will do it. Great win by the North Stars.
So the North Stars, Johnny, improved to 13-1
What a
on
record.
the season.
6-0 in the SCAC Metro. FM will fall to 8-6 and 3-3 in the SCAC Metro.
So they're pretty much right in the middle of the pack, Johnny.
And they're going to be good towards the top in Class A. Next up for the Hornets, they host West Jenny on Thursday at 7 p.m. They won 15-13 in the prior matchup. And the North Stars will travel to Pelcher-Acaro Stadium in Baldwinsville on Thursday.
Quite the name, Johnny.
It's a great name to square off with the Bees of Baldwinsville.
So 6 seconds left here. North Stars 16-11 won't be your final score, more than likely.
Unless there's a half-court heave from Gabby Putman.
I don't think, for sportsmanship reasons, that's not going to happen, Johnny. As Liz Smith's going to let that clock run. So the North Stars, as we already mentioned, improved to 13-1. They're perfect in SCAC Metro play as the FM Hornets fall to 8-6 on the season, 3-3 in SCAC Metro. The North Stars dominating win, 16-11, your final score. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator. Thank you so much. Of course, a huge thank you to my special guest, Johnny Lisi, who did play-by-play in the first half for us. Of course, our technical director and producer, Alex Schneible, and of course, our camera operator, Joe Canella. I'm Joey Cox saying so long from Michael J. Bragman Stadium. Stay tuned for our full senior video, as we were not able to play the full thing at halftime, so stay tuned for that.
Hi, my name is Gabby Putman, and I will be going to Vanderbilt University next year to study biological sciences and play lacrosse. Anchor down.
Hi, my name is Katie Harbold. I'll be going to Lemoyne next fall, where I'm studying psychology on an occupational therapy track, and I'm playing lacrosse.
Hi, my name is Jilly Howell, and I'm going to Marquette University. I will be majoring in marketing, and I will be playing lacrosse.
Hi, I'm Addie Essie. I'm attending Hartwick University, studying biology and playing lacrosse there.
Hi, my name is Marissa Wessels. I'll be attending Oswego to study accounting and play lacrosse.
Hi, my name is Ashlyn Baker. I will be attending the University of Mount Olive, and I will be studying nursing and playing lacrosse.
Hi, my name is Ellie Wilson. I will be attending Mercer University next year to study business and sports management, as well as continue to play lacrosse there.
Hi, my name is Sophia Neshi, and I'm continuing my academic and lacrosse career at Liberty University, majoring in biomedical sciences.
Hi, my name is Ella Grotto, and I will be attending Fairleigh Dickinson University next year. I will be majoring in criminal justice and criminology, and I will also be playing lacrosse there.
My name is Tabby Coombs. Next year, I'm going to Harvard College to pursue occupational therapy and play lacrosse.
Definitely my Mary Poppins bag.
I would say my dad jokes.
That I'm always confused.
Probably that I can fall asleep anywhere, and I always fall asleep like on the way to and on the way from on the bus ride.
That I always get hit in the head at practice.
Asking a lot of questions.
That I always have my toes out.
My teammates would say that it's my goal celebrations, but I think they're awesome, so whatever.
I like to use the worm a little too much, so yeah.
I don't get jokes right away, so they have to over-explain it because I never get it first try.
I I would like to say thank you to my parents for always being there and supporting me along the way throughout life and my lacrosse journey. And lastly, I'd like to thank my teammates. You've been my second family through it all, and always play with confidence, have fun, and work your butt off. You guys are going to do great.
I just want to say thank you to my parents for always supporting me and being there for me, and all my coaches, like ULA coaches, Coach Smith, and obviously Coach Prentice and all the coaches on our staff, and just everybody, especially my teammates who have made it so enjoyable and made it so much fun throughout the years. And good luck to all of you next year.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always being there and supporting me, and the rest of my family for bringing me to practices, games, and always being there for me. Also, thank you, CNS Lacrosse, for creating such memorable memories and long-lasting lessons that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
I'd like to thank my family. They're always there for me, and they supported me through everything throughout the entire journey.
I would like to thank the whole program, the coaches, the players, and my parents. I would like to give a special shout out to them for always supporting me.
I'd like to give a thank you to all my teammates for pushing me through the tough times, and especially a thank you to my parents for motivating me to do my best.
I would like to thank my teammates for always having my back and give my biggest thanks to my parents, sister, grandparents, and the rest of my family for supporting everything I do on and off the field.
I would just want to thank all my coaches throughout my lacrosse career here at CNS, starting from youth lacrosse all the way up to varsity lacrosse, and I want to give a big shout out to my family and my parents, Mom and Dad. I love you so much, and I wouldn't be here without you. Love you guys.
I would like to thank CNS Girls Lacrosse for giving me a lifelong family who I love very much. I would also like to give the biggest thanks to my family, especially my parents, for always supporting me no matter what, because I would not be where I am today without them. I love you guys.
Just be yourself and have fun.